going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Monday Night Raw review. This was a decent episode of Monday Night Raw, which I guess confirmed a couple of things. Starting off the bat, what I mean by confirm is they start off the show with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn cutting a promo, responding to basically the challenge or what was revealed to be a match between them and Roman and Solo at Night of Champions. And I guess you could say they pretty much confirmed that it will be, because it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens basically said they was going to, beat Roman. So I'm like, okay, so I guess it really will be going down. I guess they did change some laws and stuff so Sami Zayn could come there and stuff. I don't know, but it seems like it's all a go now. But yeah, they basically just talked about that and how this was a gift for them so that they could get revenge on Roman. But then they would be interrupted by Judgment Day, who basically came out to tell them that to wish them luck, and that if they do win by some miracle, beat Roman and Solo, then there will be a line of people waiting to get a shot at those tag titles. And they said Judgment Day will be the first in that line. And Rippy chimed in by saying that if you didn't already know this, Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn said, Sami was like, those are all good points. Kevin Owens, I forgot to mention that Kevin Owens wanted to fight right off the bat when they came out, but Sami Zayn was like, no, let's hit him out. And then he said, that's all good points, but I want to hear what Dom has to say, because the crowd loves when Dom loves to talk. And then Dom proceeded to get booed out the arena. They would not let him talk at all. He got, I give Dom that he got mega heat, because he could never talk. Like, they just booed him out the arena. And but yeah, then it just erupted into a brawl, which then got it was the main event. Then it erupted into a brawl, which will later be confirmed to be in the main event. Will be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. The first match was Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz, and that was a decent. I want to say it was it one of the best openers that Raw had? No, but it was a decent, good opener, and it pretty much did its job. It was a decent, good opener. Get the appetizer wet for what's going to happen later on the night, with Shinsuke Nakamura taking the victory over The Miz. Though it was a good match. The Miz got a lot of offense in, so it wasn't a bad match. It just wasn't a spectacular beginning wrestling, match wise. They did like a little backstage interview with Corey Graves. I guess these vignettes or Corey Graves interviewing Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins' humble beginnings from his journey in NXT, being the inaugural NXT champion, all the way up until, I want to say all the way up, too, because they only did 2 parts, and they only covered a certain section, but they did cover like his come up from NXT to him being in the Shield and betraying the Shield. I just did it was in 2 parts, but I just basically did the 2 parts right now instead of going just doing this and then I'll get back to the second part later. I just did both parts. No, it was just a 2-parter where they interview him about different stuff that he went through in his career, why he feel like why he deserves to be the World Heavyweight Champion. And then I think next week's, which is considered part 3, he'll talk about he's gonna talk about Roman and his championship reign. Gunther did cut a promo to kick off the Battle Royal, but his promo was like the kickoff to the battle royal for the number one contender to his Intercontinental Championship, which he will face that opponent at Night of Champions. Gunther basically just came out and said that for over a year he dominated SmackDown, and he's here to basically do the same on Monday Night Raw, and that he has yet to crown as of yet, because the battle royal haven't started, to find a number one contender for his Intercontinental Championship, and that he said, and then he basically said that the battle royal begin, and thus we got the battle royal, which had a lot of new faces. Some of the people was free agents like Von Wagner and stuff like that, but it was a lot of new faces, a lot of new it showcased a lot of people that was called up from NXT, along with some veterans on the roster and stuff. But in the end, Mustafa Ali got the victory. He eliminated. It came down to Ricochet, Bronson Reed, and Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet was trying to. He got Bronson Reed over the rope with the help of Mustafa Ali, but Bronson Reed threw Mustafa Ali across the ring, while Ricochet basically tried to work Bronson Reed out of the ring, but then Bronson Reed would put Ricochet on his shoulders because I think Ricochet just kept doing drop kicks to him to try to get him off. But once he put him on his shoulders, Mustafa Ali would do a drop kick to Bronson Reed's head while he had Ricochet on his shoulders, thus eliminating both of them, and he now the number one contender to Gunther's Intercontinental Championship. The thing is, even though I enjoy this little mini push that they given Mustafa Ali, I know they're not gonna have him go over Gunther, because that would be the shock thing. That would be to me that would be the wild booking thing to do, to have him just go over Gunther. But they're not gonna do that. They not. But then again, they could. Becky Lynch cut a promo about why she's been MIA, saying that she's had a lot of time to think, and that when she needed help against Damage Control, she relied on she rallied and called upon two women that she knew that would help her, and those two women were Lita and Trish Stratus, and that it went good for her and Lita. But Trish Stratus, she made it seem like she came back to help them, she really came back to help herself, and that she's awoken a light that's been turned off for months now inside of her, and that she wants her at Night of Champions. I didn't really think that was gonna go that way, but all right, we got them at Night of Champions. I thought they were gonna save it for a SummerSlam thing, but then again, I guess so. It makes sense. Then we got the third match. Believe it or not, the Battle Royal was only the second match. The third match, we got Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio, which was a fun little match between the two. And I think Xavier beat Dom last week, or did Dom beat Xavier? I don't know, I can't remember. But I said Gunther, but Dom would get a nice little roll up win over Xavier Woods. I lost my train of thought. We got a little induced share. We got that would be the next match versus some local competitors. And at first I thought it was Odyssey Jones, but it was he's a little bit too small for Odyssey Jones. But it was a squash match basically, and it was really nothing to say about this. This really was just a squash match. And Indusher destroyed them, and it was the victors, while Jinder Mahal basically sang a song they praise. I guess this is a nice way to bring back Veer along back with Jinder Mahal and some more people. We got the fifth match, which is Raquel versus Chelsea Green. Now, this match came about because apparently Liv Morgan suffered an arm injury in her match last Friday. Her and they were defending their titles against Damage. Defending their titles against Damage. I got tongue tied. Defending their titles against Damage Control last Friday. She suffered an arm injury, and now since she couldn't defend the titles because they were supposed to have a championship match against Sonya Deville and Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. So instead, this match was made because Chelsea Green and Sonya was running their mouth, which was a fun little match between Chelsea Green and Raquel. And Raquel, Chelsea Green got a lot more offense than I thought she would, and they made her look. I don't want to say good, but they made her look. They didn't make her look bad. It was like in between okay and good. But Raquel would get the win with the Chahana Bomb. But it was what happened afterwards. Ronda Rousey will finally make her appearance since being dropped in the Monday Night Raw, along with Shayna Baszler. And it was just like, I don't know what they're doing, but the reason why I say this is because when they made it was as, Raquel's up the ring, going like this and praising her victory, she would just get drop kicked out of nowhere by Ronda, and then they would basically tell them they're tired of waiting and that they want their turn while beating up Raquel, So basically, I guess they're just bulldozing in front of Chelsea Green now, and now they want to be the next ones to get the title shot, which I would guess will happen at Night of Champions. I don't know. We'll see. Then we get the main event, which is Paul Heyman. I have to mention this because Paul Heyman is part of what's going on in the main event. Apparently, Paul Heyman made an appearance backstage, and while we don't know what was said, when they came in he was shaking hands with Gunther and Imperium, and on the behalf of the Tribal Chiefs. So it was just assumed that it was just the same thing like he did with Judgment Day. He was back there willing and dealing and to mess up Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And it plays a big part into this. But the main event, which is Kevin Owens, I forgot. I knew it was something. I had forgot. I had went through all this. Then I'm like, it was something I forgot to write on here, and I didn't write it. But Cody Rhodes promo. Cody Rhodes basically came on and cut a promo about Brock Lesnar, and saying that Brock Lesnar, while he's this accomplished sports athlete, he has dominated the sports thing, and he was always praised as being the sports entertainment business, and he's dominant combat sports. But he's saying that he's also mentioned how he was touted as the next big thing. But he said, what are you gonna do, Brock, when instead of people calling you the next big thing, they just simply say you're next. And he said Brock Lesnar basically people call him crazy for taking on Brock Lesnar again, but he said he welcomes it because with Brock at all those accolades, he had to look in the mirror and see the face that Cody Rhodes put on him, which is the staples, the black eye, the cuts. He said, I put those on Brock Lesnar, so yeah, I'll be glad he to face Brock Lesnar again, and that he would, and that he needs to step out of his way. He needs to get out of his way because he's in his way. He's not the next best thing. He just standing in Cody Rhodes' way. Now that I remember that, now we can get to the main event, which was a fun little tag team match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Judgment Day. But in some instances, I mean not instances, but during the middle of the match, I want to say, or begin, because they didn't come out initially with Finn Balor and Damian Priest, but eventually Rhea Ripley and Dominic would come down the ringside to join them. but they would get ejected from ringside because of some shady underhandings. And then Paul Heyman eventually, sometime after that, made his way to ringside and was basically seemingly on the phone with the tribal chief Roman Reigns, which I have a bone to pick with Roman Reigns because I'm the tribal chief. But he basically just was there as a distraction, and then Imperium came out. So now he got himself. He got people. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they were surrounded. They got Judgment Day underhanded stuff. They got Imperium, and it was just bad. And that led into Judgment Day getting the surprise victory over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think Finn Balor pinned Sami for the victory, and thanks for some outside interference from Gunther and Imperium, which seems to delight Paul Heyman enough. It was a fun little show. It was better. I would say it was better than last week. The crowd, I'm guessing, unless it's more piped in noise, the crowd was a little bit better this week. The show was a little bit more enjoyable. Because I remember, if you watched that video I posted, I told you I gave last week an 8, but then I took it down to a 6. This episode, I won't say it's an 8, but I will say it's a 7 out of 10. Big ups. But yeah, 7 out of 10 is good. It was a good show. But you let me know in the comments over there what you thought, and if you enjoyed, then you know what to do. You hit this button right here for all of my daily reviews. And if you enjoyed this video so much, want to support the channel, guys, all you gotta do is hit those buttons. And as always, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. But don't go anywhere. You got some mostly gameplay, but some reactions coming your way too. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think about anything else. So yeah, peace.